The first of my top photos is taken during winter break in Bain Park. The photos at this time do not tell specific stories like my later photos do. The first photo is of a handprint in the snow. This is a creative idea I had inspired from seeing footprints in the snow. The next photo is taken outside my house. It is a fire and done by the dangerous process of spraying spray paint into the fire we had to keep us warm. The two photos done in spray paint both tell stories. One is of the nuclear bomb testing, and the other is of Neil Armstrong on the moon. I think even just by seeing these photos you could see some progress and skill. The style I like is shown in hands-on, painted photos, and in the newer artworks you can see stories being told, unlike the previous ones. I hope to continue using spray paint as an art form and tell stories that way. My favorite pieces are the ones done in spray paint, so I'd like to talk in more detail on them. Both were created around the same time and finished on the same day. They are historical moments done in spray paint on old road signs. Both of these took 4 or more days to start to finish. I found a lot of success in the making of the stencils. They were easy to create with the materials I had. I faced more difficulty when it came to painting. One little mistake in something using layers could mean I'd have to go back several steps and redo them. This could take hours. I did this from time to time, but I was lucky to even have time to do so. I could only work when it wasn't raining or snowing. This meant I could only work for an hour or so some days. Along with the weather being unfit for painting, it was cold. This meant the paint would take 30 minutes or so to dry instead of 10 minutes, making everything take longer, sometimes days longer. I think so far I've learned a lot and progressed as a photographer. I like to do things like macro photography and taking photos in abstract ways, and these I'd consider a style, but my personal favorite is to work hands-on with spray paint. I've learned ways to paint like using bags to pick up layers of paint or using stencils to do multiple layers. I've also learned things like patience from messing up and then not waiting long enough for the paint to dry. I've made many failures and I think that's helped me create some of these photos that you see now. So I'd like to take a second to talk about something that isn't completely related to my photos but helped in the process of getting there, and that's a personal learning network where I can find inspiration. Personally, I don't have a very established learning network, but I do have one. It's not very constructed or organized. My favorite of everything is YouTube. It's where I learned how to do a lot of the spray paint art from like smaller YouTubers and slightly larger ones. For example, simply Sara Art. Some other favorite YouTubers I watch are like CaseyNeistat and jimmydiresta. They both work hands-on, and a large amount of the work I've been inspired to do is because of these YouTubers. I like to work with my hands in creating things, sometimes like the spray paint art, or I'll create other things that I don't take photos of. A lot of the times, like the spray paint art, they do make a good photo. Some other and lesser inspirations are things like Instagram. My Instagram mainly consists of other photos like people and cars. My personal learning network is neither organized or following a theme, but I think it's not bad as in I still find inspiration from it and I'm still learning my style. It's difficult to set up a personal learning network at the time without having a set style and interest. This has been my overview of everything I've done so far during this quarter of photography 2. I hope to improve in a lot of ways and continue doing work in spray paint and trying out other different styles to see if the ones I'm currently working are the ones I like the most or if maybe there's something else out there. That's all. Thank you for watching.